Okay, hello everyone. First YouTube video, not sure really how much I'm going to do this, but I figured there needed to be someone talking about it. So I just got done watching the Seattle Dragons in the XFL. Obviously Seahawks fan here, born and raised in Washington, and now I live in Arkansas, serving our country and all, but the thing is everywhere I'm looking, all these people that are talking about the NFL and everything, there's just not a lot of coverage for the XFL. And to me, I look at what the XFL is already doing, and I have to be impressed. One, not only with the rule changes that have been made, they have just changed the game of football. And I love all of them. I'm on board with every single one of them. I think they're new, innovative ways to make the game a little different. I'm glad that the game actually takes just as long, but it feels so much faster. And so I think that's actually been a real positive thing about it. Something I've really enjoyed. But one of the reasons I wanted to do this was I just watched a game where there were over almost 30,000 people for the Seattle Dragons. And being a Seahawks fan, I know how much we love our football. You know, it's something that's bred into us at a young age. If you've got either of your parents into football, or any friends or other family members that are into it, and so to me, it wasn't shocking. Like, I was not surprised that there were the number of people there. I wouldn't be surprised by towards the end of the season it just doesn't increase more and more. I know there's a lot of talk about the fact that they're not gonna, they're expecting it to drop off. People are just excited about it because it's something new. But I think this is different. It just has a different feel. And then watching the broadcasts today, I was really impressed by the fact that they changed what they did. The first week, a lot of interviews, a lot of listening to every play that the coach was making. Things like that, and I felt like it was a much better flow to this game. Like, yeah, they kind of did that every now and then, but it wasn't to the same level that they did last week. So I was happy to see that. Now, when it comes to the way we actually play, this team is set up a lot like the Seahawks. A lot of running, a lot of defense. This defense has kind of been hit or miss. Like, again, kind of reminded me of the Seahawks in the sense of you get one game really good, and then you can see the next game not being so good. They're kind of one of those teams. But one thing I will say that I noticed last week, we were in that game until very end. Now, Silvers is questionable. He throws. He's not a terrible quarterback, but he's too much here or there. He's not one of those guys who's consistent. And that kind of worries me for the long run. BJ Daniels, I kind of wish they would have had him in a couple times, just to kind of maybe get it through Silver's head. Hey, no, get it together, let's go. But I get it, and we ended up winning, so no complaints there. But I think it's just something that I've noticed I'm a little bit concerned about, and I kind of saw that in the previous game too. Just making unnecessary throws. Just get rid of the ball, take a sack, kind of things like that, where it's like, just, you don't need to be doing this extra stuff just to try to get something to happen, because sometimes nothing is better than something, because sometimes the something isn't a good thing. So I think that's something that is a little concerning to me as a fan of the team. But overall, defense played amazing this game. Obviously, I know the Vipers' offense isn't, they haven't scored an offensive touchdown this season yet. So you could say, oh, our defense is amazing, or their offense just really sucks. So I think I'm trying to take that a little slow. It is kind of it's taking some time for me to get used to people's names and, kind of getting used to the players and just the teams a little bit. But I was happy to see DC destroyed the Guardians earlier today, and that made me feel a little more confident. Okay, maybe Seattle isn't as bad as we think, because I think we were in that game until the very end when we started to fall apart. before that, I think we did pretty well. So, but like I said, I just wanted to do just a quick little recap of the game, just kind of quickly talking about the game. I might do more. I don't know. This is my first time ever posting on YouTube, so I'll consider it, think about it, see what I want to do. But I've always watched guys like Norb Cam, guys like that, just guys who are always recording, always doing reaction videos, always talking about the games, and something that I've thought about doing, and so I figured I'd give it a try. Like I said, I want to start talking more. I'm probably going to be talking a little bit more about the games in the coming weeks, giving you more of an analysis based on what I saw. But like I said, this week was good. It was, and again, started like a Seahawks game. It was a little slow, picked it up in the second half, especially in the third and fourth quarter. Definitely picked it up, and that was good to see. So glad to see that we're back to 1-1. I know we play Dallas next week, so that will be an interesting game. Again, still, I believe that's still at CenturyLink, so that's good to see. And if you're in Seattle, keep up the support. That's awesome to see that. I love seeing, as a Seahawks fan, knowing the 12th man, knowing that. I know people have been digging on how the noise isn't the same. It's just not as loud as it used to be. And so my hope is that we can bring that back. And maybe this Dragons team is kind of that spark to bring it back a little bit. And, it can kind of flow over to the Seahawks once, that season starts. But we've got 10 weeks, well, now 8 weeks left of football here. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm glad as a fan in Arkansas, I can actually watch the games versus having to stream them through DirecTV or some other program or something like that. So I'm glad that I am able to actually watch these games, and I know for me it feels like I can be home and I can support my teams, and I know this is a new team, so we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Now I also have to bring up just real quick, I'm also a huge hockey fan, and so I'm looking forward to the Seattle hockey team, maybe the Krakens. I don't know. There's all this talk. I don't know, but we'll see. But I'm looking forward to hockey as well, and of course, eventually, I'd like to see basketball get back too, and I'd like to see. I think Seattle has a lot of potential. The fans love sports there. It's gloomy, it's cloudy all the time. We need something to do, right? So we love our sports, but they always take it away from us. So I'm hoping with that we see that improve. Obviously, the Seattle Mariners, I'll even bring that up. Hopefully in the next couple of years we'll see a much improved team there. But Dragons, awesome game. Much better performance, like I said, the second half. It was definitely, if we can kind of get that performance all game long of just, don't always have to have the big plays, but just moving the ball, not making silly mistakes, just being, protecting the ball and doing a good job of ensuring that the other team can't score. Defense-wise, there were definitely some times I was like, nice, awesome play. Now, that goal stand, there was a couple times where Tampa Bay quarterback should have definitely made those passes and probably would have been a touchdown, but it wasn't. Ended up working out for us in the end. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to do just a little video, just kind of an intro, and just kind of saying, hey, XFL is here, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's only going to be going up from here, becoming more and more popular, and I think it will be a great thing every year to jump off from the NFL, and I could see it going much better places. I also saw an article about XFL possibly having a video game maybe one of these years. Another plus. Again, Madden hasn't been bad, but I'd definitely love to see a revamp of that as well. So again, thank you for watching, and look for more content. Bye.